Alrighty, almighty, let's get it on. Welcome to the recap, episode 19. I am so glad to be here with y'all. I am so glad to be here with you all. Um, if you're new here, welcome. Hello, Chef Outspoken. Uh, I am so glad that you all are here with me today. Let's get this on because I have a lot to say. Now, if you're new here, welcome. I usually start off with what I did the week before, and we go over the questions of the day for the week before. Hello, Bluebell. How are you? um, I go over the questions of the day with you guys so you can get my answers and not just me asking you and you answering. So I think it's only fair that you get my point of view. So, um, this one, remember I said in my last recap last Sunday that this is May is Lupus Awareness Month. It is also Brain Tumor and Brain Cancer Awareness Month. Brain Cancer slash Brain Tumor Awareness Month. So I have 5 facts for each. Um, the brain tumor is more of numbers thing, and the lupus is more of just 5 facts that anyone with lupus would already know. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I did last week. My phone went out. My phone died on me. Okay, and I had 60% left. Hey, Sonia J, how are you? Good afternoon. I had 60% left on my phone. And instead of me writing down all my, because I keep all my passwords and all that stuff, and y'all know how y'all do your phone. So I got my tablet out. I took all the pictures of all my notes so that if I needed to access, I still could. But let me tell you, Google is something else. Even after I got my new phone up and running, they still wanted to send notifications to the old phone. So I got that straightened out. I'm here with y'all now, but I'm going to tell you that it was hell. Okay? It was hell on wheels not having a phone. And then I had to order another phone. I'm not even going to tell y'all. Yeah, it worked out, but child. First of all, I went to HSN to get a phone. I decided to get, hold on, y'all. That's my alarm for the question of the day, which is going to be late because I'm here with y'all right now. So, I went to HSN and I decided to get the S22. Okay, I looked at the specs, but I didn't check one thing. I pressed the button to order it. I went back and I said, this phone don't have no expandable storage. I tried to call them and they told me it was too late, that the phone was going to be shipped out. All right. So then I went to Amazon And I said, if that phone don't have no expandable storage, then why the hell am I getting it? Let me go over to Amazon. So that's what I did. I went over to Amazon. I got myself I got myself an A54 5G phone that has expandable storage. Okay, I had this phone for like 2 days before I could get it, before I had to take it to the store because, and it's unlocked. I always buy unlocked phones. So I had to take it to the store and I had to go ahead and pay this man $50 to get me on the network, which I am a customer now. I'm not grandmothered in. I'm great grandmothered in. Okay, with this with Metro PCS. Yes, I'm a Metro PCS customer. I gave a listen. I took that credit card out and I tapped. Okay, so that I can get everything running on this phone. I mean, once he connected it, all my messages was coming through. I mean, for a half an hour, that phone wouldn't stop blinging. I'm telling you, but I'm up and running and I'm thanking God for that. Okay. I had my infusion on Thursday. And usually I'm down for 2 days. I would have been down for 2 days plus the weekend, but thank you, Sonia J. I would have been down for 2 days plus the weekend to get all that rest, but my feet had to hit the floor running the next day because I had so many things to do, which was, Friday, right? So I really haven't had any rest. I did not rest. Saturday, I did rest a little bit, but not a lot. Sunday was Mother's Day. So I went down to the senior center to get the seniors to make cards. So I stayed out for that. And then I came home. I cooked dinner. After I cooked dinner, I had some Prosecco and orange juice, and I just relaxed. Okay. Now I'm here with y'all today on Monday. And I still haven't rested the way I wanted to. But the rest of this week, we have gotten some big projects done in this house. Okay, you know how you have clothes that you can't wear anymore. They are several years old and you have to get rid of them. That's what we did today. Okay, that's what we did today. I do. I do. But Bluebell, I'm gonna tell you, girl, it's so many things that I had to do, but I got them all out the way except for one thing: laundry. I have to do laundry. So that's not gonna be a real big project because I've done the wife's laundry already. So I just have to do mine. That's it. That's all I have to do. The rest of this week, I'm going to be relaxing and resting. And of course, you will get your questions of the day Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as per usual. And that was the week. Basically, that was it. So now, as before, my screen is the same way. You have some blue, some purple hearts, some dark gray, some brown, some light pink. depending on, how you're looking at it. So, I don't know which way to start. You know what? I'm going to start with the recap. So, this is episode 19, the recap for last week, 5/5/25, 5/7/25, and 5/9/25. So, we're going to start with Monday. The thought for Monday was courage is knowing what not to fear. Courage is knowing what not to fear. I don't know about that one. Courage is knowing what not to fear. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. I'm going to move on from that. Okay, the question of that day, for that day, 5/5/25, was how good of a tipper are you when going out to a restaurant? Let me find out y'all be being cheap. Thank you, Sonia J. So, how good of a tipper am I? It depends on the service. I'll say that. It depends on the service. If you are an attentive waiter or waitress and you're not snobby or snotty or just throw my plate on the table, well, they don't do that, but you know what I'm saying. If you are a very attentive waiter or waitress and you treat me with respect, then I'm going to pay that 18% on top of how much it costs. They usually put it all together. So that's what happened on my birthday. When we went out to Red Lobster, our waitress was so nice. She was so attentive. She was groovy, okay? And she was young, and thinking about how, they really don't make any money. You understand what I'm saying? They really don't make any money. So therefore, you want to pay that 18%. So that's what we did. We paid the 18% so she could get her cut. You know what I mean? And they have choices like 18%, 12%, I think it's 10%, and then there's nothing. you know, if you treat me with respect and you um fill all my requests and I feel like you're a nice person, then yeah, I'm going to give you that 18%. Now, my expectations aren't that high. All I want you to do is treat me with respect the same way you would do your mother. If your mother was out at a restaurant, you would want your mother to be treated with respect. Hold on for a second. Hold on for a minute. I had to get a little cough out. Okay, so that's my answer. If you treat me with respect, then you'll get that 18%. You don't treat me with respect, you might not get anything. Or if you got a stink attitude, keep your ass home. That's the way I feel. Let me tell y'all what happened Saturday. I went to the post office because I returned that S22 phone. So I didn't even open the box. Okay. I had to open the bag that they sent it in because I had to get the receipt out in order to, get the address to send it back. But anyway, I go to the post office and there's this lady behind the thing, and she rang the bell, and I went up to her window and I said, "Good morning, how are you?" And she was sitting there like a frog on a damn rock looking at me. So I said again, "Good morning, how are you?" And she said, "I'm fine, good morning." I said, "What the hell is wrong with her? If you don't want to go to work, if you got an attitude, call the fuck out." Okay? So I did my transaction. She said that was the wrong zip code. Okay. So I had to get on the phone with HSN and get the right zip code. I did all that. So now I'm thinking I can walk back up to the window. There wasn't no line. Nobody was in the post office except me, two other people that were picking up packages, and three people that were at windows. So now I'm thinking I can go back to her window. And she was sitting there ignoring me. So I went back to the line where there was no line. And then she rang the bell for me to come back to the window. Listen, Sonia, I don't know why they act like that either. If your ass don't want to come to work, then call the fuck out, okay? That's the way I feel. But my thing is, I didn't do anything to you. You should be grateful that Jesus woke you up this morning. That alone should make you smile. Okay? You said, "I heard this and seen this several times." Girl, it gets so bad that sometimes if I know I have to go to the doctor, I will take my package with me and go to that post office because of the simple fact that they treat me with more respect downtown than they treat me with respect up here. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this woman? So I did my transaction. I listen, I didn't even say happy Mother's Day to this woman because it just seemed to me that she had you could tell when somebody has an attitude. You know how you could tell? Look at their face. Look at their face, and you can tell. I could see all over her face that she didn't want to be there. So I get stressed going to the post office in New York City. Girl, Bluebell, you already know. This post office up here, I try my best to avoid. Okay? I do everything in my power to avoid it. But that package, I wasn't going to ride all the way downtown just to go to another post office and send that package off. I didn't let her ruin my day either. But my whole thing is if you got an attitude, no matter what industry you work in, what corporation you work in, wherever you work, even if you just sweep in the street, why you got an attitude? I mean, things happen. Okay, things happen. You know, something in life might have happened to her that day, or I don't know what the hell she was thinking about. But if I had to fill out a customer survey on what kind of service I got, she would have got a minus 25. Okay, a minus 25. But I digress. As long as you treat me with respect when I sit down to eat, and as long as my order is the way I want it and I get everything I want and you're pleasant and polite, you will get that 18%. from me. And you might get a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, girl. Oh my God. She said Brooklyn was horrible too. I never went to a post office in Brooklyn, but I'm going to take your word for it. You know I know. Okay. So we're going to move on to Wednesday, 5/7/2025. The thought for that day was, it is easier to forgive an enemy than to forgive a friend. It is easier to forgive an enemy than to forgive a friend. Now, hi, Internet Granny. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. So, with this one, it's I included it because I wanted to make y'all think, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, it is easier to forgive an enemy. Now, if this person, okay, you expect more from a friend. Okay. However, the enemy had to be your friend in the beginning, right? So, how is it easier to forgive an enemy that was your friend in the beginning than it is to forgive a friend? I mean, wasn't that enemy your friend in the beginning? So, how is it easier to forgive your enemy if your enemy was your friend in the beginning than it is to forgive your friend? I don't think I can say that again. I don't think I can say that again. But I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, I wrote it. Yeah, I did. I included it, not wrote it. I included it. You understand? So, is it easier to forgive an enemy than it is to forgive your friend? Like Bluebell said, you expect more from a friend. Okay. You can't let shit go. You can let shit go from people who no longer matter. Okay. Now that's a good one. I'm going to put that back up. That's a good one. Yeah, people who no longer matter. But didn't they matter in the first place? In order for them to be an enemy, don't they have to be your friend first? I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm going to put it to you like this. What you said? Not anymore? All right. All right. I feel you on that one. So I'm going to say it like this for me. If you cross me, no matter who you are, then I ain't fucking with you no more. Period. How about that? And forgiveness? Well, my forgiveness is very sparse. Okay? It's very sparse. I don't know. I guess it would have to depend on exactly what you did. But these days in time, you can't. if you let somebody get away with a little thing, then they're going to try you again with a big thing. So if you nip it in the bud from the beginning, what you say, Sonia? And they have move around and they have to move around. So I just, you know what I'm saying? If nah, I can't forgive an enemy that did something to me, like let's say back in the back days. If me and you stop fucking with each other back then we gonna have to leave it right where it is. Ain't no forgiveness. What you said? Be gone. I just hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right, it wasn't no noise when I started this. They like, oh, she live. Let's go with the ambulances and all the horns and everything. So if you were a friend and then you turned into an enemy, I'm not that forgiving. I'm being honest. What you said? My face does not hide what I'm feeling. And you are not the only one. No, it never fails. No, it never it never fails. I can't I just can't do it. I can't do it. Mm-mm. If you cross me and we don't speak and then all of a sudden it depends on the offense. If I didn't pound you, then it wasn't that serious. You know what I'm saying? Words have weight. So if you offended me with words, that's something I'm not going to forget. And I like I said, it depends on the offense, and my forgiveness is very sparse. I'm telling you. And so is my patience. I thought that when you got older, you would have more patience, but that is not the case. No, that is not. In some cases, I don't have patience. But moving on. um, it's not easy for me to forgive an enemy than to forgive a friend. And like Bluebell said, you expect more from a friend. Now, if a friend came to me and said, listen, this is what happened, la 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 la, you know, um, this happened and that happened and that's the way it went, and um, would you forgive me? The first thing I would say is, why didn't you come to me? That would be my first thing. And depending on what type of relationship we have, then I could be like, oh, girl, just go on. You know, we ain't going to hold on to that, So the enemies stay where the enemies are, and I would expect a friend to come to me. Okay, now the question for that day, 5/7/25, is, do you wake up with a smile? And we just talked about this when we was talking about the chick in the post office. Do you wake up with a smile? Now, when I wake up, I stretch first, I thank God, and then I smile. That's how I do it. So I would say yes. That would be my answer. I would say yes. But it goes in that order. Okay, let's move on to Friday, 5/9/25. The thought for that day was the future starts today, not tomorrow. The future starts today and not tomorrow. And I agree with that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because all of us sitting in this chat right now are sitting in today, but we know what we have to do tomorrow. We're already thinking about it. You know what I mean? So, with us sitting in today and thinking about it today, then yeah, the future starts tomorrow. Let's see. Some days, but I'm grateful for each day and every day I'm alive. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that answer. Nothing at all. So, the future starts today, not tomorrow. I agree with that. Now, the question for that day was, have you ever saved someone's life? Or has anyone ever saved your life? Okay, I have saved someone's life before. This was about 3 years ago. And someone has saved my life before, medically. You know how you go and you have an operation and they lose you and bring you back? Yeah, that happened a few times. So, someone has saved my life. Let's see. Yes, ma'am. I ask Alexa to remind me of things I need to do tomorrow or in the future. See, that's what I'm talking about. That right there is what I'm talking about. And that, as we sit in today, we're already thinking about tomorrow. You understand about what we got to do tomorrow. And I'm thinking about it too because I gotta upload to my other page tomorrow. Um, let's see. Yes, I have. I saved someone else's life, and someone saved my life on more than one occasion. That's how I'm gonna put it. I don't want to get into the whole spiel of the story because it'll take us longer to get to where we gotta go. Okay. So that's the recap. Episode 19 for Monday, 5/5/25, Wednesday, 5/7/25, and Friday, 5/9/25. Okay. Now we're gonna move on because I told you guys it is brain cancer / tumor awareness month. Okay, let's see. Sonia says, my sister saved my life. I passed out And unbeknownst to me, she had to slap me to bring me back. I had a blood clot in my lung after surgery. Oh my God. I'm so glad you're still here with us. Internet Granny says, I ran into a fire to save someone. Well, all right. You must have had the protection of the Lord because you are sitting here with us right now. You are sitting with us right now. And I bet you came out unscathed. Yes, ma'am. Most definitely. So when you when you save someone else's life, I mean, when you saved someone else's life, did you feel a sense of um not enlightenment? Did you feel a sense of um I don't know what the word is I'm looking for right now. Did you feel good? Did it make your heart swell that you had saved somebody else's life so that they would have another day on earth? This is getting deep. I mean, let's see. Yup, with my cousin, neither one of us had a scratch. See what I'm saying? That was the protection of God right there. You see that? Child. Whew. You were sent into that fire to save your cousin. Child. I tell you. Oh, you felt scared. But after it was all over, I know you felt like, not I know, but I'm hoping your heart was full, you know, because you saved someone else's life so they could live another day, you know. And when I did it, my heart was full. I mean, it was just, it was just full. And that person that I saved is not here in New York anymore. He went back to his home in Jamaica. You was 13? Oh my God, you went in to get her. That's right. Okay. You had the guidance of the Lord right there. Yes, you did, Internet Granny. So I just he's not here, but I hear from his daughter from time to time because he went back home to Jamaica. And, last time I talked to his daughter, she told me that he is doing so much better than when he was here. You know, I've known that neighbor for a very, very long time, many, 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 many years, and for me to be the one to save him, he thanked me over and over again and everything, and his daughter thanked me, and I just felt good. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. I blanked out. Made everyone else what? Everyone else screaming and standing. So you just went on in. Yes, Bluebell. Yes, ma'am. Um, I'm gonna tell you now. The doctor saved me twice. Okay, twice they saved me. So I was really grateful I thanked them over and over, and they told me, don't worry about it. This is our job. This is what we do. I understand that it's your job and this is what you do. But what you don't understand is, and I told them this, you just gave me another day to live. And, they said, well, when you say it that way, yeah. So it's a very life changing thing. You know what I mean? When you save someone else's life or someone else saves your life, it can be very life changing. So now we're gonna move on because since this month revolves around lupus and it also revolves around the brain cancer and tumor awareness, I'm gonna get right to it. I'm going to do 5 facts for the Brain Cancer Tumor Awareness Month. And these are numbers. I found this interesting. It says, well, number one is an estimated 1 million Americans are living with a primary brain tumor. Number two, approximately 72% of all brain tumors are benign. Number three, approximately 28% of all brain tumors are malignant. Number four, approximately 59% of all brain tumors occur in females. And number five, approximately 41% of all brain tumors occur in males. That's a lot. So, when I come back next Sunday, I'm going to have some more facts on the brain cancer and tumor awareness. I'm also going to have more facts on lupus because these are the only two awarenesses. Well, y'all know I got lupus, so I'm going to talk about it in the month of May and the rest of the year, whenever I feel like it. Let's put it that way. And but I didn't know that it was Brain Cancer and Tumor Awareness Month until someone brought it to my attention. So this is my pledge to her that I'm doing to put some awareness out there about this subject, you know? So those are 5 facts for Brain Cancer and Tumor Awareness Month. Now, we have 5 common symptoms of lupus, right? Number 1 is fever. Number 2 is fatigue. Number 3 is joint pain. Number 4 is stiffness and swelling. Number 5 is sun sensitivity. Lupus affects 9 times more women than men. Lupus symptoms vary from person to person. And that's true because some symptoms that I have, I could know someone else with lupus and they ain't got those symptoms. Lupus is a disease that flares and remissions. That's the truth. I've been on both sides. Diagnosis begins with a simple blood test. Maybe back then, but now it is more extensive. Treatment depends on the type a flare up. So those are the facts for Lupus Awareness Month. Some of the facts, okay? So now, it's for y'all in here. This is what I want you to do. Someone in this chat, yes, I have SLE and Discord too. And I bet you some symptoms that you have, I don't have. And some symptoms I have, you don't have. So, this is what I want y'all to do because it's for y'all in here. Today is May the 12th, 2025. There is someone in this room that has a birthday in 5 days. Bluebell, please come to the front. Bluebell, please come to the front. This is her birthday her birthday is in 5 days. And I would like for y'all to wish her a happy birthday right now because I don't think y'all gonna see her in 5 days. So, Bluebell, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Oh my goodness. Bluebell, I want you to enjoy your birthday. And as soon as I finish doing what I gotta do, your package will be going out to you. Of course, you know that. Here we go. Happy birthday, Bluebell. Yes, ma'am. I want you to enjoy your birthday and have a drink for me. Well, me and you gonna talk anyway, so let me see. I'm going to my calendar right quick. I'm still learning this phone. Let me see. Oh, your birthday is gonna be on a Saturday. Ooh, you got the whole weekend. All right. Okay, guys. Ooh, it's 444. Ain't that something? That was your recap. That was your 5 facts for Brain Cancer and Tumor Awareness Month. That was your 5 facts for common symptoms of lupus. Here we go, Bluebell. Oh, I can't wait. She says Sadia will be here. That's right. I know that's right. Sadia always celebrates with her mom. So we got our recap done. We got our 5 facts for brain cancer and tumor awareness month. We got our facts for lupus awareness month. So thank you, Internet Granny. So I want you all to take great care, be blessed, and never stressed. And thank you for joining me. Stay safe always, no matter where you go in this world. Make sure you are safe and that you are careful. Watch your surroundings. Don't take no wooden nickels. And I will see y'all next Sunday. Y'all be good.